Let's begin with the difference between literal speech and figurative speech. While using literal speech, the words and sentences explain what is happening literally or in reality. But while we are using figurative speech, the words and sentences become non-literal. They do not convey as what is happening actually, but they give a feeling of what is happening then. An example to show the comparison between literal speech and figurative speech. It is raining cats and dogs. If we will see the literal meaning of cats and dogs, this refers to the animals. But if we will see the figurative meaning of cats and dogs, it means that it is raining heavily. One more example is given in the PDF in the slide, that is, I am 6 feet tall, that is literal speech, and I am as tall as a skyscraper, that is figurative speech. In literal speech, we use lexical sources, that is a dictionary meaning of the words to describe something highly technical or scientific terms. Or in figurative speech, we use imaginary words or phrases to write story, poems and dramas to make our writing more dramatic and interesting and more vivid. The next one we will come to know, that is irony. Irony is a statement which conveys the exact opposite meaning of what is literally being said. Real meaning of the words used are totally different from the intended meaning. For example, a pilot has a fear of heights. So suppose if a pilot has a fear of heights, is it possible for him to opt it as a profession? No. The child of cobbler has no shoe. Next one is antithesis. Antithesis is applying a juxtaposition of ideas which are contrasting in a statement that is balanced. For example, man proposes and God disposes. Means to say that people make plans, but whether or not they are successful, it depends on God. And the second one example of it is, to err is human, to forgive divine. Next one is allusion, a special type of reference to another work of literature, a symbol, an event, or a person. Allusions are generally from well-known resources. For example, a woman might say to her husband, "Thanks, Romeo." Traditionally, Romeo is looked upon one of the most romantic and famous character of Shakespeare's play Romeo and Juliet in history. The next one is transferred epithet. In transferred epithets, the qualifying adjective is transferred from a person to a thing, as in phrases. For example, sleepless nights. The night is not sleepless. The person is sleepless in the night. The next one is imagery. Imagery is visual symbolism or figurative language that evokes a mental image or picture in the mind of the viewer so that the audience can have the greater understanding of the situation with sound, taste, and color. It is a concept of showing versus telling, which gives the author a chance to be more creative in their descriptions. For example, I picked up some sand from the ground and sifted it from my fingers. And the last one is rhyme and rhythm. Rhyme generally refers to the similarities and identical nature of sounds at the ends of the lines. But rhythm is stressed and unstressed syllable. Poetry can have either, while prose is mostly concerned with rhythm. Dear children, these were the definition of few of the literary devices. Acknowledge them and create your own sentences for the particular device and practice it and habituate it. Thank you all.